Hello everyone, welcome to part 25 of 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. I'm Walt, and here I am talking to you about part 25, which is a pretty interesting principle, and I see it as being extremely valuable. I used to not really see as much of the value in this one, but the more I've worked on being in the present moment, being happier, the better and better I've gotten at kind of using this principle, and really seeing the wisdom in it. So this one is really, they describe it as be where you are. And that one seems pretty easy. It's like, duh, like, here I am, so how can I be where I, am not? Well, the answer is because we're constantly thinking about the future or the past, and he says we have this large amount of psychic chaos, that we just have this, and this problem, and this problem, and this problem, and this problem, and we really overstretch ourselves. Now, I think this is fantastic. It's like when you try to open all the programs on your computer at once. That's not fantastic, but really that wisdom and understanding you can get out of the problem there. Some people are like, why did my computer break? Why does it keep not doing well? Because I'm just trying to open all these 50 programs at one time. Well, the answer is you're burning out the CPU there, okay? You're just overloading it. You're giving the computer way too much to do on the disk and the CPU, whatever, okay? You're just overloading the system. So you can't just stress something to such a degree. But we constantly feel like, okay, I need to remember to do the dishes. I'm going to need to talk to this person. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And we try to do all those things at once. And we can't do everything at once, okay? Just like the computer can't open all these programs at once, even if we need to use them. So what we need to do is slow down, okay? Take it back to my method of using like 2 things at a time. Now, I get this one out of part of the 4-Hour Workweek, another fantastic book that's definitely worth a read there. This one is pretty interesting, though, because I apply it to a little bit more than just what they apply it to in that book. And what I do is I have a video specifically on this one when it comes to increasing efficiency. But when you think about only 2 things at a time, it gives you the multitasking ability, so you can do more than one thing, but it also doesn't overload your system. As soon as you start to do 5 or 10 things, your brain is now being overloaded, and you constantly just feel these fearful emotions, and you can't accomplish anything. If you try to do everything at once, it's like trying to lift, 1,000 bricks at once. Instead, you need to lift them one at a time. So focus on 1 thing at a time, or 2 things at a time, which is my recommended number. I find that's the one that works best. But you guys do you kind of thing. If you find 3 things works better, good for you, but I say 2 things. Only focus on 2 things at a time. Just play with that, live that out, and you'll find yourself focusing on things better, being happier because you're living in the present moment, and being in the present moment is really where you can feel loving emotions, versus the past and future, really where fear is lurking. So let's not overstretch ourselves into the past or the future. Instead, let's live in the present moment. Let's do only 1 or 2 things at a time, preferably 2. And then we can really achieve so much. And we can just do 2 things at a time, and soon enough we've accomplished 40 things in a day, where if we tried to do like 20 at a time, we would have accomplished only like 1 thing that day, if any. Anyway, that's about it for part 25. I hope this was useful. I'll see you guys next time with part 26. So stay tuned. I'll see you then.